saying it was theirs, but this is what I've been saying the entire time. They've
と
never
りあえず
done
この後
anything
は、
wrong ever in their
スクー
history.
トカブーム
Seems
ザ・
like
トゥー
the
ム・オ
detective
ブ・
might
ル
be
ー
a bit of
ム
a loss here. So
悪
we'll
魔
see
城
kind of
ド
if
ラ
they
キュラ
can
X
convey
月刊
answers
の
or
総
anything. I
局
don't
メ
know.
トロイド
I
ドレッ
hope
ド
so.
閉ざされた病
Well,
棟
okay,
ディ
so
メ
not
ン
only
ティ
do
ア
we
ム
have these
2
incredible
デメン
mysteries that we're
ト
building
な
on,
ど
so
な
make
ど
sure that
の
you
ゲー
keep
ムが予
staying
定されて
sticking
い
tuned,
ま
staying
す。
tuned. I can't words this morning. I'm sorry.
スケ
I'm
ジュ
a
ール見
pile
て
of
いた
words
だ
right
く
now.
と
It's
わかる
fine.
んですけ
I was
ど、
gonna say it might be because you
解
literally
説
wrote
の
it.
It might be
方
because
が
I
いらっ
literally
しゃら
wrote it,
ない
but
タイ
it's
トル
fine.
が
I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're here.
続き
So
ます
Hey,
の
there were some
で、
really great runs
there were some
yesterday.
amazing runs yesterday.
Okay.
Personally, my
もし
comfort run was
ゲーム
Link's
知ってるよ
Awakening
とか、
DX. That
So
was my
やっ
Claire
たことあ
Lindy.
るよとかい
She
う
was
方が
so
いら
funny
っしゃ
and
いま
so
したら、
entertaining the
Claire's
entire
ぜひ
time, and the
解
run was
説にご
full
応
of
募いた
so
だ
much
け
good.
ま
It
す
was
と
great.
also, if you
幸
didn't
い
check
で
out
ござい
Pokemon
ます。
Babel
Mhm.
Revolution,
あと
this
は、喋れる環境にいないっていう
used
方
the
で
heads
も、
up
チャッ
the
ト欄に
QP
文字で、
you know, just
解
go back and
説
watch
を
it. It was
書き込ん
chaos
でい
and
た
it
だ
was
くのも
great. That's all I have to
大
say
歓
about
迎
it.
です。
Let's talk about
Absolutely.
today.
No, we have a ton of amazing runs
これ
coming
ネ
up
タバレ
today.
なんですけ
So,
ど、この
first
後
what I want to talk
私が
about,
担当するタ
kicking
イト
off
ル、
the day, one of
ミ
the
リシラ、
greatest
ミリ
theme
シラ、
titles
ミ
I've
リシラ
ever
になって
heard,
しまう
which
の
is
で、
Scoot Kaboom and the Tomb
ぜ
of
ひ
Doom.
Oh,
So
お
this
力を
rhyme
してくださいとお先に
terrifying. So
申し上げておきます。
50% run on PC by MsTruffles, who also sends us a ton of prizes, like wonderful fatale in the community. And this is a 2D action platformer that all takes place on the same huge screen. So areas that you could
あ
have
り
hit
がとう
way
ございます。
earlier
タイ
or
トル
hit
は
way
知ってて
later,
も、
you can
ゲー
see
ム
those
はちょっとやっ
three
たことないく
adjacent
てっ
areas.
ていう
So
感
you
じ
see
の
like the
司会な
different
のでちょっと
color
申し訳
coding
な
and
いんですけ
everything
れども、
else for
あ
the
の、
alternate
やったら皆
sections.
様と一
It
緒
like
に
you can see a bunch of worlds at once. It's really
oh
wild.
my gosh.
Yeah,
ゲー
so
ム見てい
this
け
is
れ
a
ばな
really
と
wonderful 2D action
思い
platformer.
ま
So
す。
definitely check that out. Then after that, we go right into Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Okay, I love Castlevania, and Symphony of the Night is. I was saying this at the beginning of the week. It was like my first Castlevania game. It's so good, such a classic. So we get to see that. We get to see the Alucard Saturn Any Percent by Abby Scorner. So this is specifically on the Saturn, which means it has Saturn exclusive glitches. The main thing that we get to see now, and the reason why Alucard's at the beginning, was the beginning of the castle like a minute before this clip starts. But basically what happens is like you start as a Maria in a file and then you like do some resetting a couple of times. And then you trick the game into starting an Alucard file, but it still thinks you're Maria, so you get all of your upgrades already. So it's like the fact that he's already like at the end of that clip, Alucard was already at the inverted castle. It was wild. And so it's like a 20-minute run, but it's we do have an incentive to see a save room glitch exhibition as well. It's super, super cool. So it's just basically like get all abilities, turn them on, go into bat form, fly everywhere, inverted castle, like fights. It's great.
That's incredible.
Yes.
The idea of using two characters kind of melded
Yeah.
into one to get all the upgrades is really fascinating.
Yeah, and it's like it involves with the console resetting and like it's almost like swapping files, but kind of not. And I've seen that in other games before, but it's really cool that they were able to implement it. I believe it's like a Saturn thing, like a Saturn exclusive. I don't know. Abby can talk more about that. That's also kind of the beginning of our like mini Metroidvania block because Metroid Dread is after that.
Absolutely. So, and one thing I do want to mention is for that Castlevania Symphony of the Night, we also have an incentive for a safe room glitch exhibition. So really excited about that. Then Metroid Dread moving on. Sorry, I realized that you already said that. My brain zoned on it. Have I mentioned I'm broken and on medication? I'm so sorry.
I love that you're being thorough. We're being thorough here.
Just want to make sure all the information
Did
is
you all
covered.
know, by the way, that there's an incentive for a safe room
There's an
glitch
incentive
exhibition?
for a glitch exhibition. So then moving on to Metroid Dread, we have an all bosses, no major glitches, rookie mode switch run that's being run by Jay Yeen, which I'm very excited about. The Metroid games are just wonderful in general.
And Dread was such a good addition to like the Metroid lineup and is a wonderful game. It's so fluid to play. And yeah, the bosses are really fun fights. So it's going to be great to see all these together.
Absolutely. Wholeheartedly agree. Then moving forward, we also have Dimension 2 HD. This is a any percent run on the PC that's being run by Astrid the Horror Girl.
And this also starts our like second horror block of the week.
Our horror block part 2 that we mentioned. Yeah,
I'll be speaking with Astrid and runner of the next game if you want to talk about that.
Absolutely. Yes, and so the next game we have right after that is Haunting Ground. This is the C ending on PS3 being run by Miss Scarlet Teenager. Wonderful fatale in the community.
I said teenager. I literally said teenager. It's Tanager. And Miss Scarlet.
It's Tanager?
I know. My brain does the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, gotta love dyslexia.
Anyway, they're both
Tanager,
great.
thank you. They're wonderful. They're
and they have a
absolutely
lot
wonderful.
of awesome stuff that they talk about for their runs coming up. So it's cool to hear from both of them.
Then after that, we have one you were really excited about. So the chant, right?
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
yes. I do want to talk about the chant because, again, I like talking about a lot of horror stuff. So this is an any percent neophyte run by Big Scared, which the name is amazing. I wanted to bring up this clip because this was just a couple of days ago and is a new world record for this, which is so exciting.
Nice.
So Big Scared happens to hold like 3 of the handful of 3 world records in like the handful of categories that are for this game already. So clearly this is like a big thing for them. This is going to be like the fastest category for the main game. It's an easy mode, so there's a lot of like streamlined item pickups, and there's a lot of flexibility in like the combat pacing and the dialogue choices, etc. So that's going to be really cool. So we're watching, you know, the world record holder in progress. So who knows? Who knows what could happen if that was a couple days ago?
Also, just it's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Look at the graphics quality of this. I'm
really
already
nice.
fascinated.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool blend of mechanics in a game altogether.
Absolutely. Then we've got so much more. We have Chrono Cross. This is the Radical Dreamers edition.
Yes.
Link's Fast Forward %. This is on PC by Jared Condra. And we have an incentive that if we meet it right after that, we will get to see Chrono Trigger.
But it's a new game plus.
Yes,
so
it's New Game Plus glitchless. This is on PC also
But
by Jared Condra. Yeah.
even though it's glitchless, New Game Plus, I don't know how, but they get to Lavos in like 10 minutes. It's wild. That's what it's listed for, is 10 minutes. So I need to see how that happens in 10 minutes. Even New Game Plus, like, I don't know. I don't understand how you go from one to the other. So Chrono Cross is going to be awesome. We get to see like a big chunk of that game, but then let's also go in to see Chrono Trigger as well. That'd be super cool.
Absolutely. And then closing out the day, a game I love to speedrun. I'm still very new at, and these are 2 runners who I have so much respect for. So this is Arcalena and Trash Lapras, who are going to be doing an all weapons race modded on PC for Hades. So this game, the writing is incredible. The voice acting is amazing. The gameplay mechanics are so fascinating. And these 2 have done anything from weapons modding races to 2-player 1 controller. And they're a couple and so sweet and so supportive
cute.
of each other. Just if you are a power couple who speedruns 2-player 1 controller and races and you get to bond over that, I think there's something beautiful in it. So amazing run, amazing race that we're going to get to see from 2 wonderful speedrunners. So definitely catch that. That's going to be right at the end of the day.
Such a good day. Once again,
speedrunning together is true love. I'm just saying.
I know. It's really, really cute. We have a quick heads up for you, by the way. Those in chat who are hanging out, we have actually, Faith Pop was eaten earlier. So if you'll notice on the channel point icon, we have a new thing. It's the magnifying glass, which I was told to say, and you know how much I hate puns, so that was really painful for me. But I hope you all enjoy our beautiful little new channel point reward icon. I think it's great. It's very theme appropriate.
It's very theme appropriate. And speaking of theme appropriate things, I have been staring at the most beautiful replica ever.
We got to talk about this prize really fast. So I am just going to mention that this is a tunic cover art sword. This is a $25 minimum dollar donation from Evan Kill Him, who is awesome. I love the quality of this sword. It looks so legit, like ripped straight out of Tunic. It's so cute. I just want to hold it up to the sky, but I also don't want to do that right now because I want you all to be able to see the detail without me moving it around a ton.
We literally were posing, like we're fake posing with it out of excitement earlier and realized the camera wouldn't be able to catch it if we did.
I mean, look at the sheen in the build. It's like literally a perfect replica of this. So it's like, again, a $25 minimum donation. We love showing off a little prize taste here, and I know we have a bunch more to show you today, and runs coming up, so we don't want to keep you from that, but we did want to like toss this in there real quick so that you had an eye on that. You can always go to gamesdonquick.com to learn more about the prizes and the incentives like we were mentioning earlier, so that you can donate and get toward all of that, and of course at the same time support the National Women's Law Center. Absolutely,
but we have a ton more runs to get to, so everyone take your Tunic swords. It's dangerous to go alone. Take that in the schedule and have an amazing day of Frost Patels.
大きな剣だった。
Thank you so much for that great overview of this fabulous Thursday. Hey everybody, and welcome
振り
to
返りと
CrossFit
その
Tales
後のゲームの紹
2024
介を
benefiting the
して
National Women's Law
くれ
Center.
ていたの
I'm
だ
your
と
host
思うんです
Jadelyn,
けれど
and
も、
I'm so
英
happy to
語
be
が
with you
わかれ
today
ば
during this
なあという
fantastic
感
event.
じです。
We have so many
もう
great
少し
things
で
coming
次
up
の
today.
ゲー
As
ム
you can
が
see on
始
the
まる
chomp
と思いま
earlier,
すので、
there were
今しばらく
the
お
games
待ち
that are
くだ
coming
さ
in
い。
today are going to just blow you away, blow you out of the water. Starting off this entire block, Scoot Kaboom and the Tomb of Doom, run by MsTruffles. That is going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss that one. But we also need to talk about some of the incentives that we have open right now for our upcoming run, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The Save Room Glitch Showcase, which Abby really wants to showcase this. So if this is met, Abby will showcase what happens if you don't get into a save room with Alucard in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Now, I got to sit in with Abby on one of her practice runs, and trust me on this, you don't want to miss this glitch. It is so much fun to get to see, and it is just a great way to celebrate all that Castlevania on the Sega Saturn has to offer. And I do also want to point out that we are 67% of the way there on that glitch room showcase. So we're so close already, and I really want to see that get met, and I'm pretty sure that all of you want to get that met too. I also want to point out that we are almost to 60K at the start of this Thursday. I've been watching the tracker, and we've already raised so much money today, just today, getting towards that $60,000 that's going to go and benefit the National Women's Law Center. And just in case you're joining us more recently, or you want to know a little bit more about the National Women's Law Center, the National Women's Law Center is a group of advocates, experts, and lawyers who fight for gender justice, taking on issues that are central to the lives of women and girls. They believe in a world in which all women and girls can live, learn, and work with equality, dignity, safety, and bodily autonomy. For more than 50 years, they've been on the leading edge of every major legal and policy victory for women. You can learn more about the important work they do by typing !NWLC in the chat. And speaking of donations, we've had a lot of donations coming in already today, and I just want to highlight a couple of those. We have $200 from Anonymous. Thank you so much. We also have, there was another there was a $50 from Anonymous, and another $5 from Anonymous, and another $50 from Anonymous. Thank you all so much for your donations. It is great to have those coming in, and they all benefit a fabulous cause. Remember, if you want to donate but you don't want to leave your name, that's fine. We're happy to have you here and have you as part of this community. And I see that we are ready for our next run. So it's time to get excited for Scoot Kaboom and the Tomb of Doom with MsTruffles. MsTruffles, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, thank you.
画面来
Hello
ました
everyone.
ね。
It's MsTruffles, obscure
こちらの
speedrun
ゲーム、スクート
enthusiast
カブー
once
ム
again
&ザ・
for
ト
the
ゥーム・オ
second
ブ・ドゥー
run
ム。
of
カテゴリーが
CrossFit
2% と
2024.
なっておりま
After
す。
Eco Junior on Tuesday, I'm gonna do Scoot Kaboom and the Tomb of Doom. I saw that
Just
you
あの
loved the
なんだっけ
name in the chat.
忘れてし
It
まっ
was
た。
also mentioned in the intro of today.
スチームだ。スチームの、
Recently, I have
ストア
lived
ページが、
on the virtual
あった
couch.
ので、そち
How
ら
are
をちょ
we
っと、
doing today?
もし見られる方は見ていただけると、
な
なんとなくわかるかなと思うんですけど、このゲームちょっと日本語対応していないみたいで、
Yes, I'm
説
very
明も全部
excited.
英語でしか書かれてなかった
So,
ので、ちょ
Scoot Kaboom
っと読ん
and
で
the
みよ
Tomb
う
of
かな
Doom
と
is
思いま
a
す。
2D platformer
ス
which
クート
is
カブ
very,
ー
very
ム
hard.
アンドザ・トゥーム・オブ・ドゥーム、破滅の墓ってちょっと 翻訳にかけたら出たんですけど、は、クラシックなジャンプと探索の楽しさに満ちたアクションゲームみたいです。時計やノコギリ、発射体、ポータルなどを避けながら、神秘的な破滅の墓の中を進んでいこう。スクートと仲間たちを助けて、曲がりくねった破滅の墓の難関ゾーンを突破しよう。そして、悪の組織、ドクター・メテオラの魔の手から、商品を救い出そうと役に書いてあったんですけど、何かを取り戻すとかそういう感じの物語になっているのかなと思います。
I will play on speedrun mode. You have the main game, which is the only mode you can play at the beginning. When you play the first time, speedrun mode, timer, you don't have the intro cutscene and the respawn of much faster. So obviously we'll play here with this. I have to show that because I need to show that I'm playing with only the more checkpoints modifier, which is the only one which is allowed for the speedrun. And one very last thing I haven't mentioned to almost nobody. You will see at the end of the round that there will be the timer, the in-game timer, and few other stuff. There will be a count for the respawn of the round. I will donate $1 per respawn. I haven't told anyone about that. My best score was 55, so that's gonna be tough. So I'm ready to go. Be ready for the timer in 3, 2, 1. Go, and I'm gonna let Lee talk about the game.
Yeah, just as you just saw there on the main screen, right? This is an action platform. Obviously, your classic jumping and exploration fun, but it all takes place on that single screen. So
なんか全部ステージっぽくないですか？うわ。
And as MsTruffles had just zoomed out there again for us all. We are making our way through a bunch of different levels here and have to
広い。めっちゃめちゃ広いですね、これは。
and avoid all of the spikes
これをひたすら
as well as a bunch of saw blades.
進んでい
So
くの
this
か。
section here introduces that timer-based section of the spikes and the saw blades here.
I went too late there. So that's bad.
あ、当たっちゃうと直前の色も変わってるところからやり直しなのかな。あ、ってわけじゃないか。直前のなんかチェックポイントみたいなところが。
And these little egg-looking things here that are on the
なんか一番最初に戻ったらそれは
so they will light up
泣いてしまいました。
once you have hit said checkpoint at each time.
I don't remember which one or I did in the modifier.
そうですね、なんか
if it's the
青
blue
い
ones or the purple ones.
卵
I
みたいな
couldn't
やつ
tell,
が
to be honest. Probably the blue ones.
チェックポイントみたいです。
Here you can really tell where the saw blades are on that.
罠の難易度がなかなかに
Actually time it out so we can make it past each section here.
すごいことになってますけど。タイミングを熟知していないと難しそう。
Oh, that never happens. Almost.
There we are. And chat, I'm going to leave it up to you as well, too. I know there's a counter as well on the screen for respawns at the end, but I entrust that you are going to be the ones to also keep track of how many respawns we have as well.
あ、でもなんかチェックポイントが結構細かく設定されているので。
$60,000 raised for the National Women's Law Center.
That
リ
is
トライはしやすそうですね。
And it does look like the blue ones are the extra ones per.
Yeah, indeed.
I really like the background of this one, I do say. The green is
確かに、
Yeah,
bright.
Tam-
And
って感じではなさ
background is
そう。
really nice.
A lot of very good looking. Here I'm getting there's an issue with this game about the gameplay. You can be trapped in a corner of a platform, and that's probably the main issue with the gameplay, sadly. Yeah, sadly, I couldn't jump there for some reason. This is where the real problem will start, because those trampolines are a problem.
Yeah, so this room here introduces the trampoline mechanic, which propels us in the direction that it is facing. Unfortunately, the trampoline moves very quickly and can launch us directly into the spikes, as you can kind of see. If our timing is incorrect, it'll launch us directly into those spikes there.
And the hitbox can be pretty rough sometimes. Here I went too late. I hope I will have a good cycle there, or I will have to wait a lot. No, I have to wait, sadly. There we go.
And we are already on to our next section here. These are the blocks with the little clocks on them. These blocks are also on a timer here, hence, you know, them having a clock on them. And on top of having to time everything with the spikes, we also have to time the actual blocks that we are jumping on themselves.
タイミングよく、えいっていかないと。
Very, very difficult.
And here's one is the hardest part of the game for me for some reason.
どこかしらで罠に引っかかっちゃったりしそう。
I will stop talking.
As we let MsTruffles focus here, Jadlyn, do you have any donations for us?
I have so many donations coming in. Everybody is really excited about hitting 60K, and we are 83% of the way to that save room glitch showcase for Castlevania 6 Symphony of the Night. We have $250 from Anonymous. Reproductive rights are human rights. Piku, 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 MZ. Thank you so much for that really fun donation, Anonymous. Appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah, again, I can't believe we have already hit 60K. That is incredible.
Yeah,
This
that was
next-
very fast.
Yes, very, very fast here. This room here introduces the orange and green blocks, and these blocks will switch once you jump. So they are timed based upon your character's jump.
Oh, by the way, something you haven't mentioned is that you can be crushed by those blocks, the one with the blue ones, the orange one, and the green ones. So they can be very dangerous sometimes. Okay, I made it. There you go. So if you go too early, you can be crushed by those blocks.
As well, yeah. Alrighty, and this is where we have a little fun conveyor belt. It is either going to propel us forward or also backward. So it could be directly into a spike or not as well.
Oops. There you go. This section is pretty chill. After what we have done, I have to wait here because there is a saw blade coming.
一旦外に出て、また中に戻ってきた。
Timer here. Rough. Okay.
飛ぶしかない。
And there we go, another level down. This level here introduces fireballs, and these fireballs shoot across from each other. So again, more very, very,
ちょっ
very
とずつ
precise
こう
timing
ト
that
ラ
we
ッ
have
プ
to
が
do.
複合して出てくるようになってくるのが
The conveyor belts that we just introduced, as well as all the
難し
spikes
そう。
that we have known about.
And there's
Now
one
we've got
specificity
fire.
with the fireballs, by the way, that I'm gonna use a lot. Can you explain?
Yeah, so if you hug a wall here, the fireballs are going to be unable to touch you. So we're trying to use that as best to our advantage as possible.
Have to wait for the cycle there. So far it's going pretty well. I had a rough start, but now I'm on.
No, you
on a
got your
good run.
groove. Yeah.
This
I
section
really
is
like
pretty
this
fun.
section. Yeah. This one introduces
Oh.
different teleports.
ワープし
So,
始めた。
it connects you to the matching color orb to transport you to another area of
同じ色のとこに行くとは分かっていても、
And I really like the music of this area. There's a theme for almost every sections, and that's something which is very cool because it helps having more personality to every sections. Oh, I went too early there. So this mechanic is pretty interesting.
Yeah, this area introduces the falling platforms. So as you can see, the platforms in this section collapse after a certain amount of time after touching them. So we have to move pretty quickly here. I have to say, I think this section has my favorite music. It's very funky.
Yeah, it's pretty cool too. I may be late. Okay, that was on the edge. I knew I had a problem there. Oh, I don't hear. Like on Echo Junior on Tuesday. I don't know if you watch this run. Oh, the laser. I don't like them.
Yes. Okay, so we've had fireballs, we've had saw blades, we've had spikes, we've got teleporters, we've got conveyor belts, we've had falling platforms, now we've got lasers. So this, if you didn't think this run was hard enough as it was, now we've got lasers to add in here.
And you can't hug the walls with them. The hitbox is too big. Okay, well, this is one of the most infamous section of the run for me. It's very hard.
And now, again, on top of all that wonderful... Sure, I guess you could call it wonderful, but all of these traps here. Yeah. On top of all of these wonderful traps here, we have these moving platforms as well, and as the name suggests, it moves you forward in the game, and these platforms can span either from like floor to ceiling or like halfway down, that will allow you to either go underneath them or jump above them.
Almost first try and almost second try, but I bumped my head on the ceiling.
And as we make our way through this section here, Jadelyn, do you have any more donations for us?
Yeah, the next section will be chiller. It's not a pond because it's ice level.
Amazing. Yes, we have so many donations coming in. Everyone is really enjoying this run so far. We have $50 from Fly On Wall that just says buzz buzz. And we also have $25 from Salin that says thanks, y'all.
Okay. Those moving saw blades are not a huge deal, to be honest. It looks pretty menacing, but it's pretty fun. This is a new type of spike here.
僕のどれぐらいをっているのか、最初にちらっと見えた全体マップをあまり覚えていなくて。
And so these new spikes, they become activated when you get near them.
時間的に半分は痛い痛い痛い痛い。
I mean, pretty
超えてそうです。痛い痛い。
I can't do anything. Oh my god. Actually, that's me choking the spot. Yeah, I can go now.
There we go.
I'm back on track.
And now we have our...
ああ、影になった。
And I don't know if you saw that, but there is a hidden gem. You can collect some gems, which will unlock some achievement once you will collect all of them in one setting. I'm not gonna do that in this run. Usually those optional paths are pretty challenging.
真っ暗ではないけど、
I can talk
ま
in
だが
this
見づら
area
い気が
because
する。
surprisingly one of the easiest in the game. It can be pretty menacing at the beginning, but it's not too bad. Now it's the real hardest part.
でも背景がおしゃれですね。
そう
いいですね。
Focus.
Now we've also introduced the rotating laser here. So we've got the platforms, the green and the orange platforms, which are triggered by you jumping. Now we also have the new spikes as well. Once you get near them, those will start to activate. And now we also have this wonderful rotating laser as well.
Oh, I got this on first try. This is the hardest checkpoint in the game.
Let's go. Nice job.
Okay, focus now. Don't freak out. There you go. Another hard section there.
And now on top of the rotating lasers here, we also have the lava pits. And rotating spinners. And also fireballs coming out of said lava pits.
A little bit more respawn for the charity. That was unintentional, I mean. Hitboxes are pretty rough. Okay. Oh, I went way too early. This path used to be pretty hard for me, but now, oh, I almost.
Yeah, and it's pretty hard to see in the actual lava in and of itself.
Try.
But
this is the last section of the game here.
Yeah. In those lava pits, they had the orange and the green blocks that are timed as well. Here, we've made it to our gravity changing section. So the blue background, the gravity is inverted. So as you can see, we are hugging onto that ceiling there.
あ、重力が反転したのか。なんか、見た目変わったからどうしたのかと思って。ちゃんと見えてなかった。青いとこだと逆さまになるんですね。
We have to prepare for time, by the way, even though it's in a few checkpoints away, but it can come pretty fast since it's the live section.
うわー、脳トレみたい。
Okay, that's surprising.
And there's those moving platforms as well.
I made a mistake. Oh, that was clutch.
危ない。
What checkpoint remaining?
All right, chat, we're getting close to the end of the run here, so please give all of your hype to MsTruffles as she finishes this run out here.
I'm getting
逆
pretty
さまの
hyped
時
here,
キー操作どうなってるんだろう。
doing some mistakes, but oh, okay. There we go. So be ready for the time. I went too early there. This timing is a bit tricky. There we go, and time.
おー。
There we are.
おー。
Amazing job.
Pretty good run. I had a rough part
タイマーが止まった。
where I lost like
GG。
or so. But overall, it's
すごい。
not too bad. Actually, I have less respawn than what I was
す
expecting.
ごいゲームだった。
So yeah, I'm very happy about this one, and I really hope you enjoy it.
一応ゲームの中では16分
It's a
20
very
秒。
obscure
タイマーは
game,
16
but
分
very fun. So
23
if you
秒で
like
ク
very
リア
hard
ということになり
platformer,
ました。
there's
す
a
ご
lot of
かっ
content actually, because there are a lot of different modes.
罠を次々とかいくぐり。
As I said. So yeah, if you have any question about the round, you can ask me on SRC on my streams at twitch.tv/MsTruffles.
すごい集中力はいりそうですけど、
obscure in the games.
クリアできた
This is
時の
what I
達成
mostly
感。
do. Sometimes retro games.
でもそうまあ、スタイリッシュ、そうです
Before
ね。
I stop there. Shoutouts again to my community with following me since 4 years now. Shoutouts to my friends and my girlfriend who are probably watching right now.
あ、
And
ちゃんと
thanks for the
リ
GG,
ス
by
ポ
the
ーンの
way.
数も
Thank you,
書い
Lee,
てあ
for
るんだ。
commenting. It was a great pleasure to have you on the couch, and it was a big help to me. It's really hard to speak while playing this game.
Of course. Thanks for having me on your couch.
And as I promised, you can see I have 68 response. I'm
ちょ
gonna
っと日
donate
本語版がないのであれなんで
$68.
すけど、
So,
もし
after
気に
this
なった
run
方は
to the charity.
買ってみても
And yeah,
いいのではないでしょうか。
thank you for having me. It was a great pleasure to participate to First Fatals again. Keep donating. Good luck to the next runners, and have fun, everyone, watching this marathon. Bye bye.
まあ確かにそうですね。日本語なくても大丈夫かもしれない。メニューとかがね、ちょっと英語になっちゃうってだけで。はい、ということで、ただいまのゲームはスクートカブーム&ザ・トゥーム・ブルーム。カテゴリーは any% でした。それでは次のゲームの準備をしてまいりますので、しばらくお待ちください。
We are at $60,250 raised for the National Women's Law Center, and I know that we are going to get even more as we continue this thrilling Thursday that we have scheduled for you today. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, but stay tuned. There are going to be more fabulous speed runs right after this. So, I am so happy to be here with you all today. And like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of exciting runs coming up for today. For example, our very, very next run is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm thrilled about this run. It's so good. Like I mentioned earlier today, I got to sit with Abby and watch her play through this, and it blew my mind. There are so many amazing tricks that Abby does throughout this, and there are colors and lights and so many things that you're not going to want to miss. And if you want even more Castlevania Symphony of the Night, go ahead and when you donate, remember to click that incentive button and choose the Save Room Glitch Showcase. We are at 83% of that. So we have raised $1,670 of the $2,000 needed to see that. And again, I got to watch it. It was a lot of fun. That is something that you're not going to want to miss. Abby does an incredible job explaining everything that goes on. I've learned so much about this run in the past couple of days that I think it's worth everybody knowing and everybody getting to see. And right now, I am loving all of the excitement that we have coming in for chat. It was great seeing you all on the edge of your seats for that Scoot Kaboom run. And it's just going to get more and more and more exciting.